in the Mahabharata, when it was very clear that the Kauravas and the Pandavas were going to go to war, suddenly both sides realized they wanted Krishna on their side. So Arjuna and Duryodhana ended up at Krishna's place at the same time. So they both wanted his help. And when they got there, they saw Krishna was asleep. And so Arjuna immediately went to his feet and waited. Duryodhana was up at his head and waited. Then when Krishna woke up, just from the way he was laying, first person he saw was Arjuna at his feet. And he said, well, you're both here at the same time, but I saw Arjuna first, so Arjuna, you get first choice. Either you get all of my armies, all of those weapons, and they will fight for your side. Or you can choose me, and I will just drive your chariot, but I won't fight. So you have your choice, Arjuna. Arjuna, God, I choose you. With you, victory is assured. Duryodhana thought, oh my God, he's insane. He didn't choose his army. And so then we all know what happened in the battle, of course. Arjuna chooses God, and God brings victory. And when Yogananda was first starting out in Los Angeles, when you think of, look at the faith that Yogananda had, going over to America at 25 years old. 25. I mean, we don't trust our kids to do anything, right? Yogananda was 25. He went by himself to America because Babaji said he should go. So talk about faith in Babaji and Sri Yukteswar and his gurus, and barely speaking English, and it goes to America, and then 5 years later he's in California at Mount Washington, and somebody walked in and said, what are the assets of this organization? And he said, none. Only God. And then later on, some years later, he was having troubles with money. I mean, as one would, it was a big property in California and a lot of expenses, and the property was ready to go into foreclosure. Swami writes this story in The New Path. And so Mount Washington was threatened with foreclosure. Master talking. I went out into the desert and meditated all night. Divine Mother, I prayed, why did you give me this responsibility? I came to the West to speak of you, not to worry about organizational problems. If you took everything away, it would mean nothing to me but my freedom. Say the word, Mother, and I will walk out into the desert and never once look back. At 3 o'clock in the morning came her answer. I am your stocks and bonds. What more do you need if you have me? Dance of death and dance of life. Know that these come from me. My child, rejoice. The next day, a check came in the mail for the exact amount of money that we needed.